So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know, you're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll throw on 2nd down and stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
They're scared.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And some space here. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, switch
down.
First down, a run with Hyde. About 3 yards there to the 27.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
At the Chargers' 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They're going to need some therapy.
Hey, Haywood.
49, guys. Mike, 49. We got to get the ball, D.
Get it.
McCarron. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Ready? 30 base. Golf.
Silver.
Protein spill.
49 to Mike. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Shoot.
On 2nd and 11 now. McCarron, he's to the 10. He finds Hopkins complete. And finally down at the 9-yard line. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Rock it. 5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Carlos Hyde with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Off play action, it's Stick. Hunter Henry brings it in. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Let's go, let's go.
Big River.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Ready.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
41, Mike.
Buzz.
Ready? Mike 41, Mike 41. Ricky. Hey, 41's Mike, 41's Mike.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Completes it to Watt. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Now the 2nd-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And, off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's a party now.
80 weapon.
Watch twist. Watch
A first down carry now for Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Kill.
Hit it.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Shoot.
Stick from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
41 Mike, 41 Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Hey, 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 hey.
41, Mike, 41.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stick. Caught by Allen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Complete to Keenan Allen. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
It's going to be a long day.
Let's go.
Now Stick. And this is complete. It's Allen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to...
The sticks.
They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Long day for you.
Check 6-6. Bullet high. Lead grip. Lead grip.
Here's Stick looking to throw. The quick slant caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
132 fighter.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. McCarron. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, zoom.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go. 60 or
49. Guys, it's game situation.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Big edge.
Get it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
SOS.
To throw is McCarron. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing now is McCarron. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches, Stick, he's got Allen.
Come on, set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Sack City, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go, set. 90 Wolf, 80 weapon. Get it ready.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. P.A.'s here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now McCarron. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Get it.
To throw, McCarron. Going deep here for Stills. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. First and 10, stick. Complete. It's Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Stick back to pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
That's what I'm talking about.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. To try again after the sack. McCarron into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it ready.
Stick looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Michael Badgley now for the Chargers field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Get ready. Jam it. Jam it.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
McCarron. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
49's the mic. Watch 49. I got you, punk. Mike's 49.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarron. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Focus, defense, focus.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Look at me. Sure.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Ready.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Check 37. Check 37.
Get it.
Now Hyde. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Check, crunch.
Now a run with Hyde. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. A give, the first man through, Gillespie of the fullback. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
It's Eckler again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation. Take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Mike, 53.
Here's Eckler.
Run to the ball.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, Foxtrot.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Here we go. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Now McCarron.
You ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long.
Get it.
Here's McCarron to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Ready?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
15 line.
Watch tight end, watch tight end.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam.
Gone.
Switch.
Hit it.
On first down, McCarron going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
And the Texans first down.
Down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. A 10th carry for Hyde. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Chargers take over first down.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
Ready, go.
53's the
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stick looking to throw on first and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and
Hey, Zoo. Big grip.
On second and 10, it's Stick. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The Chargers on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. On the move to his left. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. A first down throw here for Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
All right. Black 11. Run 80. White.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. There we go.
Plus the right.
24. Check 24.
On second down at 4, Rivers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shit.
Alpha!
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. J.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Now Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On 2nd and goal. Rivers, Markevius Mingo, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Casey Hayward brought him down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Houston.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Slam, slam, slam.
Now.
On 1st down, Hyde. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
1st down, Texans.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run on first down. Hyde. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run again with Hyde on first. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really...
Our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her brave, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
52's the mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And a nice spin into some open field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a game. There for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Protein spill.
Bring it. Let's bring it.
Go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Hey, Echo. Eddie Welcome.
Hey, 152, 152. Know your job.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Check.
Lead grip.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Five two is the mic. Mike 5-2.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check three. Rush in. Watch the twist. Kill.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Wahoo! Hey, lock it.
Throwing again. Allen. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm trying to collect.
Grade 15, grade 15. No, 6-6, pull it high.
Running with Howard. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Go. Waiting. Hey, ram.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Back.
25, check 25, check.
Rip.
Kill. He's coming.
Ram.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Wentz now on first down. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints, nothing.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Mike 56. Nice, sweetheart.
To throw is Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll run. This is Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Set, ready? 18 game.
Watch the back.
Recon, 132 fighter.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Squeeze, double.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down.
Let's go.
And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Let's go.
17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Running with Kamara. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check safety. Check safety.
Get it.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Now, that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it, offense and defense. And in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and balances it out, then we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
At the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, Charlie.
56 to Mike. Check 56.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And an Eagle first down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 47. I'm coming. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Oh, here we go. Oh.
46 down, man. 5-4. What's your touch?
Working from the gun. Wentz gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
58 to Mike. Hey, pick your game up. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Let's go.
Throwing is Wentz. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Big edge, big edge, big edge.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS.
They run with Howard, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
New Mike, 52.
Now Allen going to throw again. That'll be complete to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
You're out.
Run, watch the run. You're soft, baby.
Let's go.
Now Allen again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Allen going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Here's Thomas Morstead now. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Man 5-7. Hey, exit.
It's a party now.
Now Wentz. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
For Tokyo.
47 is the mic.
Hey, Delta.
47 is the mic. Let's go.
Wentz now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
The Saints take over 1st and
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard
Come on,
line.
set. 30 base. Bam, bam.
Pick it up. It's our time, guys.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ready?
From the 38, Allen. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, right 52.
From the gun, it's Allen. The open man is Smith. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
18, Gator.
Here I come.
Look at me. Door. Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And this one complete to Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Oh, what a move. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
52.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 4-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's going to be a long.
74.
Now Wentz. For the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
3rd and inches.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 180.
Check pass.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And Sanders has got it complete. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wentz throwing complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Philadelphia.
Here we go. 120.
Yeah, I got you.
Buck.
Now Howard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Go.
56.
From the gun, it's Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
Gain of 12. First down, Eagles.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Hey, watch the slant. Safe. Check.
Lefty.
37. Chance. Check. Lucky. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On first down, they run with Howard. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Liz 5-3. Liz 5-3.
Switch.
Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, stat. Look at that.
On third down, this is Howard. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. They won on two fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first down, Allen. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. After the sack on first down, Allen, and he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looking long for Thomas, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
No gain on this defense. No gain. Mike 52. Mike.
Allen going to go on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go. Back man. 120.
Rip right. Switch.
On first down, it's Howard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Wentz on third down. got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
And an Eagle first down.
Let's go one more.
On the handoff, this is Howard. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards on the pickup. It's now third and 3.
To throw is Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That'll allow them to disrupt the play.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Done. 120.
Watch the pass.
Kill. Lion.
Mutt's 56.
Let's find two.
Watch the safety creep.
Wentz to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return, Harris. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
55.
Allen to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
70, Indy.
Come on,
Back at the 17-yard line.
80 weapon.
Check.
Look, squeeze.
Hot. Check 31. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Go.
Now Allen. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Break. Check that little Mike 52 right here. Rip left. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check. Check 3.
Hey, orbit. Check 50. Go.
Back to throw. Allen.
I'm coming after you.
He's got Smith here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Throwing now is Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Fair.
Kill. Shoot. Watch that.
Now Allen to throw. To throw again. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Let's go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Alert flare. Kill.
Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover. Back. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Philadelphia, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,
right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, y'all.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the big scam when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to guard.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Pay to kill it and did it again. But intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up.